This is Undergroundopolis.
These decade-old journals have a friend when I can't sleep in the middle of the night. As I'm turning pages, I'm just trying to make sense how I've come so far from this life. It's just poetry, therapeutic to a teen, getting lost, filling pages with thought. The anomaly of believing in a dream, scribbled on all the pages, and I see myself on every line within that notebook. I'm reminded why I see myself on every line within that damn book. I'm reminded why I had to escape hell. It's just poetry, therapeutic to a teen, getting lost, filling pages with thought. The anomaly of believing in a dream, scribbled on all the pages, and I just swear to God, cause he cast it a curse. I've been fighting to survive, and the terms getting worse. I'm stuck track getting which course takes first, which man walks away with more than he's worth.
Okay, I'm having issues with Facebook tonight. Hopefully it gets fixed. Yeah, I know. Hopefully we get that fixed, but if not, we will make this work on YouTube. And got some. As always, got an incredible guest this week. And I got an incredible guest next week, Miss Stefani Morton. She'll be coming on, up-and-coming Nashville songwriter. And I kind of think she might be stepping into some of the producer role. I don't know. We're going to find out. And then the week after that, we won't be airing because I will be in Las Vegas, baby. That's right. I'll be in Las Vegas. Well, probably one of my favorite places to be. Not as much as I like being in New York City, but I love New York City, and I love Huntsville, Alabama. Then maybe I love Las Vegas. I do love Las Vegas, but I just like those other places, but a little bit better. But it's going to be fun because it's good. I'm not a gambler, and I'm not a drinker, but I'm a musician, and I love to play in Las Vegas. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Tonight's guest, we got quite a bit to talk about. We talked about quite a bit before the show. I'm going to get them to repeat some of the stuff. I hope they don't mind. And I'm just going to bring them right on. Hey, everybody, tell us who you are, where you're from.
Hello. I'm Nikki.
I'm Costas.
And we're from Heavy on the Heart from Long Island, New York.
Long Island. Yeah, New York. Love New York.
And I heard you say that, and I was like, woo.
So do people from New York like New York?
I have a love-hate with it.
Yeah, same.
Is that what it is?
Manhattan, no.
Yeah, I have a love-hate with it. It's home.
It'll always be home.
But
it's also New York.
Yeah.
I know I get that from people. It must be cool living in Louisville with all the horses and stuff. I was like, I've never been to Derby. Like, anything a tourist would do, I've never done.
Same here. We've never done the ball drop. We've never done any of that. Statue of Liberty.
I was forced to the Statue of Liberty when my cousins came up once, and I was like drunk on the back of the boat. I was like, this isn't fun. It's cold.
The closest I've ever been was landing back in JFK. I passed it coming down. It's like, oh, cool.
There it is.
I've never seen it either. In fact, like all I've seen is Harlem. But I love Harlem, so it's good. Harlem's great.
We're a little more east than Harlem. We're like suburbs.
Right. What are you going to tell me about tonight?
I'm sorry, what?
What are you going to tell me about tonight?
Ooh.
What are we going to tell you?
We're going to tell you about. We can tell you how we started the band. We can tell you about our new and upcoming music and our videos coming up and some special projects we have in the works.
Well,
some tours.
I didn't know you had released another video 8 days ago because I was going to bring up I smoked all the weed.
Yeah, that video we released 8 days ago is actually we released that song and video last July. We did it through this independent label, and we initially released it last year through this independent label, and it's been kind of they've been kind of giving us like issues, so we like cut ties with them, and I was like, well, I want all of our content in one place. I want you to be able to come to our YouTube and find our videos, not have to go through somewhere else to see them. So that's the only reason why the video was uploaded. But that song's coming up on a year.
Oh wow! So that's like I was like, in 8 days you had 3,000 views.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. So tell me all about It's You That Has to Think.
Me and Nikki started this band, but before we started this band, we were writing pop music. Actually, we've done most of her solo stuff, or all of her solo stuff in this room. And I was in a band for 12, 13 years, and we broke up. It was just like this quick split. A lot of bad things happened in the process, and Nikki was like, well, I want to do the band thing. I want to start, let's make a band. And I was just kind of like, I don't know how to feel about it. But like, we started writing music. And this EP was written over the course of 10 weeks in the summer of 2021. And then we went into the studio in September 21 for 6 days, and we laid this EP down. She got pregnant in August or July or August of summer 21. And it kind of was a blessing in disguise, because I was like looking at this like, oh, this is going to be a fun little studio project. Like, like I could still create, I could still do like the whole band thing, but like we're just a duo. So like her pregnancy and like the time it allowed us, it helped us in a sense mold what would become. I started jamming with the drummer Nick a month after we got home from the studio, and then a year later our bass player Andrew came along, and we made our debut as a band in January of 2023, opening up for The Color Fred and Alex Melton, and we released a few singles, and we wanted to really make sure we had our foot on the ground if we were going to independently release an EP. I was out. I haven't released music in 3 years at this point. So I wanted to make sure I was giving it, enough love and care and understanding of how the music industry has changed for an independent artist in 3 years.
So what your latest video, let me ask you this. When you recorded at your house, what recording software did you use? I'm curious.
I use Pro Tools. I have a bunch of fun, fancy rack gear I've just collected over the years. You could probably put a down payment on a house with all my gear. I'm just collecting it. I'm just like a gearhead. I'm a nerd. Yeah, I use Pro Tools. And I do have Reason. I'm a very big hip hop guy. I love my hip hop. I love R&B, and I really like the Reason platform for making virtual instrumental beats. So I use that as my secondary, but Pro Tools is my main.
Yeah. All right, because I try out different ones, and maybe I'm just dumb. I probably am, but like the only one I find very user friendly is BandLab, and it sucks. But that's what I can use.
They're all like, honestly, like there's such a learning curve with like
They're confusing.
any of these DAWs. Like our bass player swears by Logic. My brother swears by Logic. But you put me in front of Logic, and I'm just like, whoa, like what's going on?
Yep.
When I first opened Pro Tools, I was 18, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like it took me a while. But now I know my keyboard. It's almost like a piano now. I just know where my shortcuts, my punches, and very fluent with it.
Now, what's the upcoming album going to be called? If you're allowed to leak that.
I guess we can leak it here. I will let them. You cool with leaking it here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. This is honestly, we haven't told anybody this.
Not anybody.
Like this has been internal with the band. So you're the first to hear it.
You don't have to.
No, it's fine with us, man. It's fine with us. Little Easter eggs, you know?
Yeah.
The record's gonna be called What It's Like to Be Here Waiting.
Wow, it feels good to say.
It's going to be called What It's Like to Be Here Waiting. We actually, the same producer who produced It's You That Has to Think, we went back with him and worked with him for this record. And we're actually expecting mixes back literally today, tomorrow, or Friday.
Yeah. And it's a waiting game.
Yeah, so like we're waiting for mixes. We went with Brett Romness for mixes. He's done Hot Mulligan. He's done Free Throw. He's done Brand New. He's done Crime and Stereo. Like you name it, the guy's done it. He's just got an incredible ear for music. His records inspire me so much. So like to be able to work with him is like just a really cool thing. And while we can release, like I'll give you the name of the album, we don't know when it's going to be coming out. We are looking for a home for it. We are shopping it to some labels. We want to give it the life it deserves. I feel like I'm very proud of It's You That Has to Think EP. I think, for 10 weeks, 6 days, going into the studio and she's pregnant.
I was 2 months pregnant when we recorded all that music, so I would literally sing, fall asleep, sing, fall asleep, sing. Yeah.
I'm very proud of that record. I think, especially going in there, just me and her, and me taking, charge of the instrumentation, and I'm very proud of what we did in the time we did it, given the circumstance. But I feel like this upcoming record, is who we are. I feel like this is us. Like this is who I want to showcase as.
For anyone that listens to our EP that's out, it's great music, and it will always be like the first. It's so special, but this upcoming record is just insane.
I'm super proud of this record. Super proud of this record. I'm super proud of how it came out, or how it's coming out. It was a very different writing experience. And I feel like, me personally, as like a musician and a songwriter, like I feel like every songwriter out there has their signature, where it doesn't matter what they do or how they do it. There is this one little bit of signature to them. And I feel like when artists mess up is when they try to break away from that signature too much by trying to try something new. And I feel like while we did try to do something new, we didn't break away from what makes us who we are as a band or as a group. So like I'm truly proud of this body of work, and I really can't wait to share it with the world.
I can tell. You're like, come on, show up today.
Every 5 minutes, I'm like, did they show up? Did they show up? Did we get them?
So Catch Me If I Fall. I'm a YouTube Premium user. I don't use Spotify. I used to. It just kept pissing me off. But Catch Me If I Fall has 48,000 plays on YouTube Music. Were you aware of that?
We were sitting here when we were like backstage, and I was like, where did that number come from? And I was like, I only see what Spotify and Apple does. I don't look at the YouTube numbers. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know it had that many. That's the picture.
Yeah, I'm a very big analytic guy. But I watch the numbers on the YouTube videos. I don't really like watch the YouTube music. I know that YouTube music is a huge platform, and to see that like I've literally done no marketing towards YouTube music and we're getting that type of like track, that's awesome. Like anybody who listens to like, you know, when you see that, it's like, wow, like, you know, that's why you do it, like to connect with people.
Yeah, I wish you could have saw my reaction when I saw that number, and I was just like, oh my God, this is incredible.
So, yeah, that's a really good number. And I meant to say earlier, I think you guys should look into Pavement Entertainment.
Pavement
Entertainment.
What is that?
It's a label. It's a promotions company kind of thing, and I think that they send me all their artists. I interview pretty much every artist they have, and I think Drowning Pool's on there, Saliva.
Oh, sick.
Ted Nugent was, but we'll forgive him for that. And Ted's cool, man. I saw Ted in concert once, and he was really great. Oh, it was a really great concert. I was like, I didn't even listen to his music, but I was like, dude, he's really good. But I think just a minor suggestion there. Can't hurt to write them.
No, not at all.
We wrote that immediately.
Yeah, not at all.
We appreciate the suggestion.
I do appreciate the suggestion.
And now, since it is my show, we're going to talk about my favorite song, and that's Toe to Toe. Tell me about Toe to Toe. Is there a story behind it I need to hear?
I'm going to let you go on this one.
Part of my old band breaking up, a lot of these songs was like I was going through the grief and like, you know, not only losing my bands, which meant so much to me, but the singer of that band was my best friend for literally half my life. Like, you know, we've done so much together. We've like, you know, it's my brother, like, you know, and part of the falling out of that band was things got really sour between us. Things, you know, it was crazy because like a simple conversation and like seeing eye to eye could have fixed everything, but it just didn't work that way. So I was going through a lot of emotions that summer, and Toe to Toe, he was on social media saying a lot of crazy shit. And like, I did one crazy thing. I said one crazy thing on social media and I was like, nah, this is corny. I'm not doing this. I'm going to fuck you up the best way I know how.
Right. So
and then Toe to Toe is just like straight anger. It's just frustration, like letting you know, like, keep this up. I'm going to get you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get you. And that's pretty much the way Toe to Toe stemmed. It ended up coming into like, listen, I'm going to get you, but like also fighting with myself too. Like, but it's was inspired by him. As a warning shot, you better cut this nonsense out.
Yeah. Hey, the best way to get even. I'm telling you, half of my songs are about getting even with or are getting even with somebody. You know.
wait till you hear the ones we have coming out.
We got to follow.
Okay. Oh, we do.
Oh man, tell me about the tour coming up. Before we were starting to run out of time, so tell me about the tour you're going to do.
We're leaving this Sunday, and we're doing an East Coast tour, and we have 10 dates set up.
Yeah, we have 10 dates
set up.
We're hitting
Virginia Beach,
starts in Virginia
Florida,
Beach,
Georgia. We
Maryland,
have a few spots
North
in
Carolina.
Florida, going down the coast.
Where we're at in Georgia?
Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay.
Yeah.
I just played in Augusta last weekend. That town is neat. It's where James Brown's from. I
did not know that.
Augusta, it was a pretty neat little town, but I don't know if it's even small. It seemed like a small town, but there's a college there, so it's probably bigger than I think it is. All right.
We also have a U.S. tour this summer. We're going out on the road for 5 weeks. Coast to coast. Yeah. We got a bunch of crazy dates coming up. We're playing Next Up Music Festival in Northern California, which very looking forward to that.
Really excited about that.
We have some dates in Texas, El Paso, Houston, Tulsa. We're going out for like just under 6 weeks, and then we're doing an emo night booze cruise for our homecoming show. So a couple of us and a couple of bands are going out on the water. 4 hours, just live music, open bar,
We're
open buffet.
Gonna circle the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Dude.
No.
I know.
Circle the Statue of Liberty over and over again.
Imagine. I'm gonna look at him and go, "Hey, Mr. No." You know?
Yeah. Pull the old Sex Pistols thing when the Queen of England said they couldn't play God Save the Queen anymore. They rented a boat, went around the castle and played God Save the Queen over and over.
It's like Rage Against the Machine. They did their live TV interview, and they're like, "You can't do the bridge part." He's like, "Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me." And he came out and he did it anyway, with like the fully animated. They like cut to commercial. That was epic.
Well, I can't thank you all for coming on the show, being my guest, and I'll have links in the description. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, share it with your friends, spam the hell out of it. Be sure to go to Heavy on the Heart on all their socials, and I'll try to when I get this edited, I'll have all their socials in the description of this video, and hopefully I get this Facebook thing fixed. I don't know why it won't let me on there tonight, but I apologize. But oh well, YouTube's good. And
YouTube it.
that is all our time we have for now. Thank you for listening to Undergroundopolis. Remember, we do this every Wednesday night, bringing you new and exciting artists every week. Be sure to hit up their websites and social media and stream or download their music. If you like this show, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, any streaming platform, and leave us a review as well. I'm your host, Rob Lyon, signing off.